Good morning. Thanks for joining us in this groundbreaking of the latest project along the successful revitalization of the Swift corridor. We're here to celebrate an important investment in the city's future, the official beginning of the 2019 City Hall project, the home of your local government. Today marks a new chapter for the city in replacing the existing City Hall built in 1958, as well as the Administrative Annex building built in 1979, and the Development Services Center built in 1945. This $18.5 million project will result in a state-of-the-art facility that will serve the community for the next 60 years. The 44,000 square foot building will be the home for public meetings of your city council and city boards and commissions of all types, public services including utility billing and customer service, planning and permitting, engineering, finance, marketing and communications, including the award-winning City View TV. Good job, Mike. Human resources, city attorney, risk management, and city manager functions. This project represents the essence of transparent public service and reconfirms our commitment to provide an accessible local government to all people in our community. At this point, I'd like to turn the podium over to City Manager Cindy Rentz.
Why is this project so important? A few things that Joe talked about, obviously, but to be able to reduce our footprint and move 3 buildings into one is really important. To look down this corridor and see the library, what CBC has done, what Cadillac has done, we need to do something as well. We need to get out of the way of private development. This corner right here where our original City Hall sat is prime location for private development. What could be there? Just imagine. We have the Parkway. We have Columbia Point. You come down, you walk, you see John Dan Plaza. You see the Hapo stage. You continue walking. Something very inviting here. Across the street, rooftop dining, restaurants. We heard you. Council heard you. We knew that you wanted us to do something in our downtown. We knew you wanted us to take care of your downtown. We also knew you wanted something that kept you here after 6 o'clock in the evening. We're hoping that that will happen if we get out of the way. So it's a matter of economic development. What can we do? Redevelopment. What can we do with Swift Boulevard? Right here. Trees, bike lanes, something very, very inviting. Your city hall, your government, making council chambers larger so all of you can fit. Right now we have a little bit of a logistics problem getting everyone in there. So we're going to do something about that. Also something that you can be additionally proud of. We're very proud of our old City Hall. We love that City Hall. So what we've asked our staff to do is bring pieces in from our history into our new City Hall. I've asked Joe to find the cornerstone. We're going to find it, and we're going to put it in our new City Hall. A lot of the really cool relics that are in there, we're going to use and repurpose or use as art and tell the history of Richland. That's important. We have to honor our past as we're looking to our future. So we're going to do that. And we're going to honor all of you. And we hope that you enjoy it and come visit City Hall. One-stop shopping for our customers is important. But one really, really important piece to this is that there are no new taxes imposed on you as citizens to build this new City Hall. We are taking the money that we were spending and finished paying off our city shops, where some of our other services are, and we'll take that money and continue to put it towards this City Hall. So there's no new taxes going into this building, and you should be proud of that the people that came before me and since have talked about long-range planning, and this is what is the result of that. So I want to thank staff for continuing working on this, for those people that had the vision to do this, council taking the risk to look to the future, to stand on that corner several years ago and say, what could this be? Rooftop dining, people coming into our downtown, slowing down people wanting to get off the road and walk. Let's walk. Let's walk to our park. Let's walk across the street. Let's walk to our restaurants. And that's what we aim to do with this new City Hall.
things don't happen overnight. In the city of Richland, sometimes we plan the living bejesus out of things. And after 60 years, you have a infrastructure system that's outdated. And back in the day when they used to build bomb shelters in the city of Richland, the City Hall, you don't get a chance to go into the HVAC systems and things like that because it's all concrete. We had to finally make a decision on how we could finally complete our vision in the city of Richland. But to complete a vision, you got to have partners. First off, Cadillac was instrumental in assisting us, helping us get some visioning and developing the rest of the community down Goethals. You know, Judge Shea, federal judge here in the federal building, was instrumental in trying to assist us in regards to reaching our goal. And finally, Senator Cantwell led a very helping hand in convincing GAO to go, hey, maybe that's a good idea to give some of that land to the city of Richland so they can expand on their vision and take all the various city governmental branches and try to put them in one place. And this is the facility that's going to be able to do that. Sometimes there's something called civic pride, isn't there? And sometimes we lose sight of that when we try to be a little divisive. I think these are the sort of projects that brings us all together because it benefits everybody. It's not just about staff. It's about developing a concrete, consistent way of assisting citizens taking care of their basic functions. And that's what this is all about. And also it opens up land for private development to increase our tax base and keep our taxes low. There are a number of other council members here today as myself. Sandra, if you could stand. Terry, if you could stand. Phil, I see you in the back. And myself. Again, these are not easy decisions to make because people always have concerns of why, when, how. This is one of those things that needed to be done. Maybe it should have been done 10 years ago, but it took us the time to figure out a way where it wouldn't cost citizens any additional money. This is an opportunity to be proud of the city of Richland. When I look at John Dam Plaza and the way we're bringing it all together to have that walkable community, I mean, that's kind of the vision of the future, isn't it? The idea of having a walkable community that allows us to be everything we can be and be something different than like two freeways driving down the heart of Richland. There's a larger vision out there. Take the time to go to the Richland's website and take a look at what that vision actually is. I think it's an inspired vision. And again, this is an integral cog to that. And again, I want to thank everybody who has participated, small, little, big, to have this accomplishment here in the city of Richland. Again, I want to thank the community for their trust in us, faith in staff, and the ability to get something done. So thank you again to all of you who assisted. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. You know, a project like this doesn't happen without the vision and the leadership of the council and without the tenacity of your executive. So how about one more round of applause for the leadership of the project? All right. So the last time the city had a groundbreaking ceremony for City Hall was in 1958. And in that year, the movies Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, Vertigo, and South Pacific were playing in theaters. Frank Sinatra, Doris Day, and Bing Crosby each released albums. President Eisenhower signed the Alaska Statehood Act and formed NASA. Fidel Castro's Revolutionary Army captured Havana, and the United States launched our first successful satellite into orbit. And the combination of two atoms into one marked our first successful attempt at nuclear fusion. The next time we do this, in another 62 years, my 14-year-old son will be a 76-year-old man. We formed what is perhaps the strongest design-build team ever to exist. They're a team we're familiar with, having designed and constructed the successful and award-winning Fire Station 74, which coincidentally broke ground exactly 3 years ago today. And they're assigned with the critical task of safeguarding the public trust and successfully delivering this project. And I have full faith and confidence in the team. This day, September 22nd, 2017, we officially break ground on the 2019 City Hall. And I look forward to seeing each of you again in the spring of 2019 for the official ribbon cutting.